Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Sarita. I have a luxury candle for you today, and I understand if that's not your jam. I do a lot of different candles on this channel, running the gamut from Aldi all the way up to more luxury candles, and I indulge the luxury candles very sparingly. I'm not gonna lie to you, not only because I'm not made of money, but also because I have found the luxury and deluxe kind of candles, designer candles, to often be overrated, overpriced for what it is that they are. I find that you're often paying a lot for marketing and vessel and prestige, etc. And for those of us that really just care about an amazing fragrance and an amazing performance of a candle, sometimes the luxury candles don't actually give you a great performance, which is kind of odd. I've noticed that a lot of the luxury candle makers tend to not be candle makers first. So sometimes you will see prestige, like perfume houses, for instance, doing candles because they already have the fragrances, but they don't, I think, actually know as much about candle production themselves. So sometimes that produces an item or a product that smells really great and doesn't actually perform the best. Okay, but that's a generalization, and not all luxury candle companies perform badly. They do tend to be very high priced and smaller in terms of size, and often a single wick, which automatically kind of sets you up for a challenging burn. We'll just put it that way. You have to get the diameter just right. And if you're one of those people that loves strength and throw, like you want your walls to bleed, that kind of level of fragrance, you often can't get that from an 8-ounce single wick candle. From Bath and Body Works or from anywhere, because a single wick 8-ounce candle isn't really designed to like scent your entire house. Yeah. And so for many people, it's just a super tough sell to spend far more than you would spend on a multiple wick candle for an 8-ounce single wick that doesn't perform as well, etc. Okay, so close parentheses. This is my very first burn from this company, and I did haul them maybe about a year ago and talked about them then. I'll link that down below, but I do have a playlist devoted to this company, which is La Montaña, a relatively recent luxury company. It's family owned. The founders are a husband-wife duo, Cassandra and Jonathan Hall. They hail from London, from the UK. It's a UK company, but they have it's a lovely day, so the window is open. They have a lovely, I think, Spanish vacation home, lucky them, in a small mountain village in Spain that is on the Mediterranean coast. And the name of it is La Montaña, which is where they got the name for their candle company. And they all have these like really cute, like 1930s travel style posters on, or labels on each one of their candles. And they come in a lovely box just like this. And they also have a lid, which, I mean, sometimes the luxury candles, they don't have lids, which bothers me immensely, because usually a luxury candle is burned over a very long period of time, and they would really benefit from having a lid to keep on them. And also for the price point that you're often asked to pay on these, you would like a lid. So I'm really glad that they have a lid. And it's a basic lid, but it's really nice, and it even has a rubber gasket on it. I burn this all the way down to the wick clips, but actually the wicks went away for this one. because this was, given the size and given the profile of the fragrance, this was my like bedside candle. I have kind of a nighttime ritual of walking in the evening. So I have a top down like candle warmer lamp. And because I don't like to have candles obviously burning while I'm away from the home. So I will, before I go out, put on this lamp. And then when I come back, it's pooled really nicely. And then I take it into my big master bathroom, light it up because it's already got a really good pool, and then have an amazing like steamy shower and make nighttime rituals, etc. And by the way, that's a really good way to jumpstart an 8-ounce candle, or frankly any candle that's struggles to pool. Is just put this under a candle lamp for a few minutes, get it to go ahead and pool all the way, and then light it, and you've kind of jump started a really nice pool for it. Okay, anyway, close parentheses on that. I brought this out at my birthday, which is like late March, because I wanted a really special candle for my birthday, and I hadn't actually burned one of these. And so I went with this one because it is the very first candle that Jonathan and Cassandra actually developed, and it is called First Light. First Light, Wild Mountain Flora. And yeah, but anyway, the wick disappeared because I think it was one of the melting situations or whatever, but we're down to the bottom now. I nursed this for about a month, by the way. So there aren't dedicated top, middle, and base notes for their candles, which I would really love because they're unique fragrances, and I would just really like to know exactly what's going into it. I suspect that the notes that they give us in the blurb are just kind of the high notes of it. So the high notes, and it actually even lists it on this box, a unique intoxicating blend of wild aromatic mountain flora, and then lists fennel, rosemary, mountain pepper, and rock rose. First Light is La Montaña's signature fragrance in the sense that it was our original inspiration, the fragrance of our new mountain home. It's a real unique fragrance. And I wanted to burn this first, given that it's their first candle and it's very, very popular. Whew, that is unique. It's an outdoorsy candle, there's no question. I think maybe it's just my mind playing tricks psychologically because of that blurb, but I do feel as though there might be some ozone mineral kind of aspect to this that is giving you like a very like early morning dew kind of feel to it. It is a little bit dewy and it is like herbal, but I'll tell you what, and it took me a while to burn this. The top and most dominant note of this candle is actually mint. It's mint, and mint is not listed on here, which is another reason why I kind of wanted a little bit more of an exhaustive list. It's a beautiful mint. I mean, it's a very authentic, soft, and sweet mint. And then it is tempered by fennel. I would say fennel is the next kind of herb that I smell. Fennel. I'm not getting as much rosemary or pepper. And rock rose is most known for a distillation. It's a flower, basically. I don't know if it's like terribly aromatic, but it is distilled. The juices of it are distilled down to make, not ambergris, the labdanum. Labdanum, which mimics ambergris a little bit. It's kind of leathery and musky a little bit, yeah? And warm. This is not, I would say that especially because of the mint, this candle leans a little cool. So think like ozone, mint, and then fennel. And when I say fennel, it's just a nuance of anise, if you're familiar, which some of you may know as like black licorice. But there's so little of it, and it does go in a very like sweet herbal direction. So I don't know that it necessarily comes across as licorice-like. I love fennel personally, so I'm kind of like a radar for it and I can smell it. If you're worried about that though, I wouldn't. What I would say to you though is that if you don't like mint, I think you're going to struggle with this candle. So I do think that to like this candle, you do need to like mint. And you do need to like kind of authentic and outdoorsy herbal kind of vibes. It's almost a conceptual because there is a tiny bit of like a perfuminess to it, but the perfuminess like meshes so well with like the organic botanical herbal aspect of it that you kind of catch yourself being like, is there perfume in this? Or is it just that like these botanical plants have a perfume like nature to them? Yes. So it's like a very, like I said, organic experience in that sense. But on the website, I did notice that bergamot was listed on the website in addition to the notes here on the box. And if there is, then as we all know, bergamot, especially with kind of like an amber note, which could be coming across through the rock rose, does give you a bit of like a standard perfume profile kind of thing. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm not going to lie to you. I am not a mint person. And if I had noticed mint on the website, I don't know that I would have bought this one because I don't love mint. I just don't. I don't like it as a fragrance note. And at first I wasn't sure if I liked this candle, to be honest, because of the rather dominant mint note in it. No matter how organic or authentic it kind of is. But this is one that just kind of grew on me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It grew on me. And at first, for the first like few weeks that I was burning it, I'm like, it's okay. I'm not sure that I love it. But then about like halfway through, I thought to myself, you're gonna burn all the way through this and you're gonna think to yourself, it's okay. And then you're gonna encounter this candle like a year from now, 2 years from now, and it's all gonna come rushing back to you. And you're gonna realize on the second burn, oh my gosh, this got under my skin. I love this candle. Yeah? And I have to say that by the end of burning it, I was really looking forward to it. And I did really like it. I mean, it's like I said, the mint note is not my taste personally. And I would have liked for the other herbs to come out a little bit more. I would have liked more rosemary for sure. More rosemary, more fennel, more pepper, etc., which might have made it a little bit more of an acquired taste in terms of like a general audience. Because rosemary and pepper and fennel are a vibe. They are not shy fragrance notes. And you do have to kind of really like them to get into that. I suspect that there are more people that will like mint than would like those other three. I'm just one of those weird people that would prefer the other three over mint. But it's still very, very nice. Would I repurchase it? Yeah, I probably would, especially if it was the right price, which we're going to get into. Strength and throw on this. You do have to adjust your expectations. By the way, there is a little bit of like sooting up in here, but I made it worse by like trying to, whatever, I smeared it with my finger a little bit. For the most part, it burned very clean. So the wax that they use is a combination of organic soy, rapeseed, and beeswax. And it definitely burned that way. Very, very clean, very soft wax. And between us, it probably didn't help strength and throw a whole lot. Because there are positives to those kinds of waxes, but like strength and throw is not one of them. So the candle was not only an 8 ounce and a single wick, but it also has like, a very plant-based kind of wax that burns clean and also is cruelty-free. By the way, they're very proudly and loudly a cruelty-free company. And many people really care about those kinds of things, And if that matters to you more than fragrance and more than strength and throw, then I'm very happy to say you're going to like that aspect of it. It burned super clean. It was really nice. Strength and throw wasn't great. And to be honest, I could kind of tell that from the first on cold experience. This is a kind of very authentic, fragile, botanical, like fragrant early morning. I mean, it's exactly what they describe it as, but it's not gonna like bowl you over, and it shouldn't, to keep it in that authentic place, right? This is an intimate and special kind of fragrance. Yes. It takes you to a space, definitely. And that's one of the things I love about this company. It takes you to a space, it takes you to a place, and it has a certain kind of vibe to it. Yeah. And not all of their candles are as fragile as this one is, but this is the space that they are trying to evoke, to invoke, and they do it really well. But don't expect this to even like completely fill a master bedroom. With the doors closed and with it burning for a while, I could get it up to like a 5. But at a 5, I also was just kind of getting kind of a thin, aromatic, more airbrushed out kind of vibe. I couldn't smell the specific notes of like mint or fennel or those kinds of things as it kind of filtered out. So I would say that this is definitely like an intimate bedside kind of candle. It's a candle that you want to smell close, up close rather than afar. Yeah. So the price on this, I'm not entirely sure. So originally I think they were 49 pounds in England. But they were selling it in the US for $49, which given the exchange rate was actually a discount. Because 49 pounds in England is more than $49 in the US. But I noticed that within the last couple months, they've dropped them all down to 39 pounds and $39 respectively in the US. And you can get these on Amazon, which is what I highly recommend to you. If you order it from La Montaña, the company, I think it's coming from England, and you are gonna pay like 10 pounds or the equivalent in US dollars to get it shipped to you, okay? If you order it off Amazon, it's gonna be free shipping, I'm pretty sure, yeah? So $39. They did sell them at Macy's for a very long time. And for whatever reasons, right now they're not on the Macy's website. And it makes me sad because I think I might have bought both of these on Macy's. I'm not really sure. One of them no, I know what I bought. And we're going to get to this in a second. They have a really lovely like discovery set of scent oils from many of their candles that you can purchase for $20. And I did that originally from their UK website, and they were offering it free shipping. So I went ahead and got that from their website. I think I bought, here's another one, by the way, that I keep talking about. It's Fig Grove. I haven't burned this one yet. It's one of their better sellers too. They've got several, and I think I bought these off of Macy's because they were a good price on Macy's, and then like they would run a discount, and sometimes they would be on sale at Macy's, which would make it even better. And then I'm a big Macy's girl, so then I would have like a coupon. I would have like, you know, Macy's points or something to apply, and it would make it really, really reasonable. And that's probably the way that you want to start out buying a luxury candle, is buying it at a reduced rate. So then if it's not your liking or whatever else, you don't feel like you've just wasted a ton of money. I really hope they come back to Macy's. One of the other special things about ordering it from Macy's is that whenever you bought one of their candles from Macy's, it automatically came with the discovery set attached. So it was really fantastic. It came in a really beautiful box. It was a really great deal. So I'm not really sure why they're not right now on the Macy's website, but I'm hoping that that comes back. I'm going to link below, obviously, the La Montaña website, but also Amazon as well. Right now, they have like 10 candles, I think, on their website, and 9 of them are on Amazon, but the ones on Amazon are slightly different. There's a few differences between them. And also, they have developed recently a 3-wick candle, which would be great, but only for a few select of the scents, some of their more popular ones, which is First Light. Fig Grove, I don't think they have it in this. Their other really their two other big bestsellers are Winter Oranges, which is like their pomander scent, and I think it is in here, I think. I didn't like it as well personally, but apparently it's real popular. And then Alfredo's Cafe is like one of their huge sellers, and I think I'm gonna love it, and I don't have it yet. It is black tobacco coffee and brandy. Oh my gosh, it's so great. Taking you to a completely different space, and it is a little bit more of a bold, masculine, deep, loud kind of fragrance. So I'm expecting that to have probably better strength and throw than First Light, which is just a completely different vibe. So yeah, I think that the big three wicks are First Light, Winter Oranges, and Alfredo's Cafe. They are pretty expensive though. Right now I think they're going for like 100 UK pounds, which is like over $100 for one of those. So I'll just mention that. You can't get it here in the US though for right now. So yeah, I do recommend First Light. I'm gonna continue burning. I've got Fig Grove here. I definitely want Alfredo's Cafe. It's like totally on my short list. I also liked, what was it? Cloudburst, Mountainside After Rain. I thought that one was really good. Siesta, Lavender, Juniper, and Thyme. Also loved that. They really like some of those herbal ones. And then weirdly, I also liked Sacred Roses, which was rose and like musk, and it was really fantastic too. So they've got some really, I have to say, most of their fragrances I really like. They're kind of in my wheelhouse, and so that's part of the reason why I've been really excited to like try these. I like the vibe, I like the direction, and my wheelhouse leans in terms of these scents and this direction. If you're a gourmand person, it's probably not going to be for you, because there really aren't any gourmand candles, with the exception of like, I guess the pomander one, but I don't know that we would even call a pomander a true gourmand. So yeah. So I have Fig Grove. And like I said, for the right price, I would definitely buy it again. What I appreciated about it, and I was careful to kind of like let it cool out a little bit, sometimes with the candle warmer, but especially toward the midway point of the candle, I could light it, and I had confidence that within an hour it was gonna pool all the way and it burned all the way down. And that cannot be said for a lot of luxury candles. They immediately start tunneling. No matter what you do, they tunnel. They just don't melt well. This one melted really, really well. And partly that's like the soy and the rapeseed, etc. Like it's soft wax, and it melts like a dream. It really does. So I can say, and when I buy a luxury candle at a bigger price point, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for a fragrance that is absolutely unique, that is premium, and this smells very premium, that is thoughtful, and that can't be had somewhere else. I don't want to smell a luxury candle and be like, it sounds like something Bath and Body Works could do or has done, right? I don't even want to smell a luxury candle and think Kringle could do this, right? Like, I want to smell a luxury candle and be like, I can't get this anywhere else. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to see from a luxury candle is that it actually burns well. Honestly, it irritates me to no end when I can't burn a luxury candle. I can't with it. I can't. And then thirdly, I would like it to have strength and throw. And honestly, I care more about the performance, in terms of the burn quality, than I do the strength and throw. Because most luxury candles are on the smaller side, and so I'm willing to adjust my expectations on it, provided it is a truly special and premium fragrance, and provided that it burns fairly well. Like, I'm not fighting with it the whole time. I'm not feeling like I have to surround it with foil or something like that. Like, it's a no for me. I will put up with a little bit less strength and throw and burn it in a special and like intimate place every now and then. Totally fine. My expectations for these candles are completely different than my expectations for a Bath and Body Works candle. And I think you can like both of them just so long as you don't expect a Bath and Body Works performance from a luxury candle, and vice versa. Does that make sense? And I know there will still be some of you that are just like, I'm not doing it. I can't do it for that price point, number one. And number two, it's just not good enough. It's not worth it enough for me, and I totally get it. But for me personally, I would buy this over a Nest candle, for instance. I'm really not impressed with the Nest candles. I just feel like they're overpriced. I don't think they perform all that well in terms of the burn quality. And I think that their fragrances, while they are nice, are not unique enough. Not unique enough. Can I get something similar from Homeworks, from Kringle, from Bath and Body Works, etc.? Yes. And if it's a yes, then I'm not going to pay $50 for an 8-ounce candle that doesn't melt well. You know what I mean? I don't like Nest very much. I really don't. And I know there's some of you that do, so like, God bless. I would repurchase this. Also, and I brought this along, this is another luxury-ish price point that I would buy again, and that is the company Outdoor Fellow. This one is Tomato Vine, which I'm going to burn this month actually, because I'm comparing and contrasting some tomato candles for May, so I'm really excited. But I did burn, what did I burn from? Oh my gosh, the Maui candle it was amazing. It was a rare pineapple candle that was incredible. It was pineapple and spruce. Wow, that candle was a knockout. And then I also burned Fire Island and Bonaire, I think. Bonaire was okay. Fire Island and Maui, I would totally burn again. Again, this is an 8-ounce, 1 wick that performed, that melted, that was unique, and in this case actually had strength and throw. So every candle that I've burned from Outdoor Fellow so far has had at least comparable strength and throw to many multiple candles, and even bested a couple of them. So again, I didn't even ask for strength and throw. That was a bonus on Outdoor Fellow, but like my 2 non-negotiables for a luxury price point is it has to be something like unique and premium, and number 2, it has to melt like relatively well, right? And yeah, this fragrance was really, really special, even if it wasn't like my perfect one. And it melted like a dream. So it hits those 2 marks. Strength and throw was not quite great, but you know, that's okay. It wasn't a fragrance that was supposed to be like knocking your socks off. And I suspect that like Alfredo's Cafe, for instance, will be a great deal louder. And I really want that one. Also, I'm obsessed in figs. So there's some fig row for you. All right, I said I was gonna, or at least I advertised, I'm gonna have a little mini giveaway now, super mini. I have an extra one of these discovery sets with these scent oils. They're not perfumes. I don't know that I would put them on your skin. They do add these little like tester strips alongside. So they're meant to do on tester strips. I suspect you could probably use them as like an air freshener too, or, test the material and the fabric. But like if you sprayed it like in your carpet or something, and then, I suspect it would do really well too. But it also gives you a really nice opportunity to kind of smell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fragrances sold at least at one point from La Montaña. So I want to give this to one of you guys, and I will send it to you free of charge if you want to enter the giveaway and you are interested in smelling these fragrances from La Montaña. And again, you don't have to be interested. Some of you are going to be gourmand people. You're just like not going to be interested in it. But especially if you really legit are interested in this company, here's what I want from you. Obviously, like this video. And then can you go to the La Montaña website or do a little bit of research and just tell me in the comments down below which one of their candles you are actually most interested in terms of like fragrance notes, etc. Just tell me what candle you actually think you would be most interested in smelling. If you do that and you like this video, you're in the giveaway, and then I will close the whatever. I'll do it in a week. So this is dropping on a Monday. So midnight on next Monday, I'll put the information down below. I'll close it, and randomly I will select someone who did those two things, and I will private message you and send you one of these discovery sets from La Montaña, because I have another one because I ordered twice from Macy's and, you know, that kind of thing. So thank you guys so much for your generosity and patience and like curiosity. If luxury candles aren't really your thing, always good to kind of keep your finger on what's going on in the candle community in a very broad sense. Even if it's not a company that you necessarily purchase from a lot, or even ever, it just kind of gives you, I think personally, it has made me more objective about all the candle companies. Just having a really good sense of all the differences, and the niche that one particular company fills may not be the niche that another company fills. You can't judge them by the same standard. And like all together, it gives you like this amazing kaleidoscope of like home fragrance and especially candles. And I really appreciate that. So thank you, Cassandra and Jonathan. And I hope that you continue flourishing and marketing these, and please let them come back to Macy's, because I will order them off of Macy's, no question. Amazon links though will be down below, and if you're here in the US and interested in trying them out, I think right now that's probably your best option. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.